we're running. Let me just post the stream in a few places so maybe I get some viewers. And we shall do our discovery. Let's see. Boom. 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 And one more. Actually, two more. Alright. Now we're good. Let's take a look at last week's record before we start. So last week was the special Nadeo anniversary week. So all the maps were made by Nadeo this time, or last time. And then we'll move on to discovery of the new maps. So I did think the maps overall were a bit weaker. But I enjoyed them overall. So I can't imagine there's anything too crazy. I know people started doing this, so I saw that jump, but I didn't realize you could just jump down and get a smooth landing on the downhill, so I did miss out on that strat, unfortunately. Oh, hello South Banjo. Alright. So that was actually a pretty nice 0-1 for the weekly shorts. And we have the second map to you from us. This is just a basic tech map. Yeah, seems like the times are pretty close together in this one. I am curious if you could jump that one corner that I saw in my discovery. That was like the one thing. I was like, if you get enough speed, maybe, but no, doesn't seem like it. Alright. Now, yeah, that's pretty basic tech. Just very clean by all our record holders here. Alright, and we got 3 to play, or free to play, rather. I did quite bad in this map, but that's alright. Corny with the record, which scares me. You never want to see corny with the record because that means some shit is happening. No, it just seems like he did a very clean run. No real shenanigans here, just very clean, very nice. Definitely a bit scary to see him though. Alright, we got 4 to celebration of. The 4th map, this is full speed. I said full speed maps are cursed to have cuts. I did see there was in fact a cut on this one. I imagine the world record sees it. I would not have hunted this cut, I will be honest. Oh yeah, look at that. Full speed is forever cursed to have cuts. It is just a fact of life. Very nice. So nothing too crazy besides that. Venus goes with like a really wide line compared to everybody else and almost catches up in the end, but ends up getting 5th, so I guess suppose not worth. Maybe with a slightly better bounce it would have won. Alright, and the last map of last week, 5 years of Trackmania. I did decent on this map, but embarrassingly I did not see the risky finish. So, yeah. I'm actually surprised my time was as good as it was, considering I didn't do the risky finish at all. But yeah, everybody just bug slides into it. I went into the other finish. A little bit of a wet plastic map. Weird choice by Nadeo. And interesting that it chose a bug slide centric map for an official map, because they normally don't do that. But now we're going to move on to the discovery of this week's weekly shorts, starting off with Nature's Bound. Also, we do not need this. Oh, and I didn't look at who won last week. That's okay. We'll do this first and we'll look back if I remember. Okay, a little bit of reactor. Seems a bit long for a weekly shorts map. Granted, I did crash. Alright, let's see. Which almost makes me think there's a cut, but also there's a few too many checkpoints for there to be a cut. IMO. So that'll be AT. Easy peasy. Let's try and improve a bit. Can definitely gain half a second if I had to guess. Yeah, I'm slower here because I got airtime. That's alright. More inside, way faster. Easy half a second, we can definitely do even better than that. We just need to not get airtime on that one corner. Right here. Now we got more speed to work with, but I did go wider. Should still be faster though. Oh, I got airtime there though. It's so fast I picked up airtime. Okay, okay. Not free. So this one's a little basic, but it does let you play around with trying to reduce airtime going up and down hills, which is an important skill. I almost want to go here now. And then do this. Yeah, that's a lot better. I got a lot. I'm a little slower, but it's gonna work out because I took a tighter line. Alright. We can do a little better. Just slightly. Yeah, that's better. That's what we were looking for earlier. Oh, don't want that airtime though, Jesus. Worked out though. Worked out somehow. Still improving. Although I think we're reaching the apex of what we can do. Like I can gain maybe a 10th if I had to guess. World record's gonna be like a 16.5 though. Okay, 100th or so. Can definitely do better. Yeah, that second downhill is very tricky. Because the angle you're approaching it at, to make you go down smooth, you have to give up. You have to go a bit like wide into the next turn, which is not good. Like this is not good because you're going so wide. This is better. And this is a lot better of a time now. Or not. Or I get airtime. Alright. But we can do way better now. Like, we were up 20 speed and ahead on the final checkpoint. That is a significant amount. Okay, this should work. And no airtime there. Okay. So another 500ths, half a tenth. I think one more improvement and we'll move on. Want a tighter line here, basically, because we got the reduced airtime, but we went wide to do it. So we were a lot faster, but we lost time because we had to go way around the corner. Okay, come on. Let's stop hitting the first checkpoint. Not a great start. Not a great start. We're looking for pretty straight downhill without airtime. Which, you know, two factors that are working against each other, but it's what we need if we want a really good time here. That might be a good enough. We'll see. Yeah, that should be good enough. Alright. 17.1. Top 100 in the world for now. That's gonna change to like top 5k in the next day, but you know, for now it's solid. I enjoyed this track for what it was. Nothing too complex, but you know. Imagine the record's gonna be like a 16.5. Maybe a little slower than that. Ooh, a snow car track. Okay. This is our slow track called Yuki. And this seems like it's just snow car. It's just a snow car track. So I don't know how to finish the second one. Okay, well, first I gotta finish the second one. We'll see. Alright, a little bit of bump there. It'd be interesting if they put a hard... Ooh. No checkpoint. We're missing a checkpoint somewhere. I see the issue now. So there's a hidden checkpoint somewhere. Oh, I missed that one. Yeah, I think I missed that checkpoint there. That's probably why. You're just missing a checkpoint. So you can't, they put a checkpoint there so you can't cut the, you can't cut the grass, otherwise that'd be a lot faster. Alright, so snow car, you probably want to be action key 4 here. You don't need full, maybe you do need full steering for this. Yeah, maybe I'm lying. Maybe you do need full steering. The corners are just a little too tight for action key 4. Yeah, you definitely want to cut the grass in some places though. Just not there, because then you missed that checkpoint. Let's try and get a sub 18. here. I guess the big thing with the snow car is it's very important to hold the speed you have, and going through the penalty grass is like counterintuitive for that. So maybe you wanna stay on the course. There is one thing I want to try though. We can go backwards maybe? I don't think this will be faster, but I saw it and we had to try it. Yeah. No, this is definitely slower. But yeah, I think it might be... There might be places where you want to cut grass, but you also just want to hold the speed you have for snow car tracks. So that'll be a sub 18, which is alright. Alright, let's see. So if you cut there, you lose 20 speed, which is pretty bad, but you gain 0.5 or so. You cut there as well. Okay. Problem is now I have a lot less speed here. I'm gonna be barely ahead. So I actually like this map. It's really a question of how much do you cut? How much is it worth it to cut? And the answer is a good portion of it's worth the cut, right? But probably not all of it. Like there you don't want to cut because you don't have a good line to get back on the road. But definitely after the bridge you want to cut. And I think you can get some airtime like I did in my PB. Something like that. And maybe go wide there. Now we have decent speed. Yeah. So that's a bit faster. We're getting close to 17 seconds now. And I think that's a pretty strong time, is 17 seconds. Although I don't know how much more time I can take off myself. But yeah, definitely want to jump there and maybe go wide. So I'm not sure if my PB is correct in going on the road for this next corner, or if it's better to cut again, but... Okay, another 2/10, just about. I think if I get one more improvement, I'll be pretty happy. Oh, okay. Okay, I'm a little slower. Somehow I picked up speed there though. I don't understand with the snow cars sometimes. I know it's like you have like slight sliding sometimes when you do things, but sometimes it feels like I gain and lose speed randomly. Ah, no, I went too early. That would've been decent. Okay, I'm a little slower. Yeah, touched the grass there. No bueno. Yeah, that one was no good. I wonder how happy Grenady is once he sees this map. Oh, I'm up a lot of speed, but I touched some grass. No! I was up like 9 speed. Where'd I get that from? I'm gonna be very disappointed if Grenade does not get the record on this map. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Slower, I think? Yeah, I think I touched a little bit of grass. See, now I'm struggling because I'm not a snow car expert. I cut too tight in that corner. I'm way ahead now. What the? Okay. That definitely could have been a lot stronger of a PB. Because I was way ahead in the start. That could have been like a 17 flat. Alright, we'll play a little more. I'm actually enjoying this track quite a bit. So we'll play like a few more minutes. And then we'll move on regardless if I find another PB or not. Like, I think this is a really well-built snow car map. Ah, close, close. Yeah, I think I'm losing a bit of grip on the top of the bridge, and that's causing me to slow down too. Like, I'm tilting. I'm doing like a desert car tilt on the snow car. But yeah, I think there's like one place where I should be cutting across the grass that I'm not. And that's where I'm losing a bit of time too, but I don't feel comfortable cutting anywhere else on this map, so I think I'm gonna be happy with the time I have here. Yeah, that was close, I just hit the grass a little. Alright. Come on. Alright, last couple tries. Let's see if we can get a miraculous PB. Nah, I hit too... No, it's close, it's close. It's not close anymore, it went too wide. 17.45 with the shortcut. Okay, okay. That's a pretty good time for this map. Yeah, snow car is pretty tricky. Oh. Alright, I'm gonna end it there. Good map. Good snow car map. Let's move on to track 3. Roads of Glory. Okay. This does not look like a pathfinding map, but Yeah, it is. Interesting. I did see one jump, so let's go for that. I see, I see. Oh, and you can just cut left to the start, okay. It's a bit to this track. Although it looks pretty unassuming at first. Like, we can go here. Oh, I see. Hold on. Let's go down here. I do appreciate the checkpoints being numbered. And then go down there. Okay, okay, okay. I was a little skeptical at first, but I'm starting to appreciate. Well, that jump's actually a little tricky. Let me get a clean run of this, and then we'll take a look at some other paths. Okay, I am struggling with that turn. Alright, we'll take that for now. Let's see. What if we go... Yeah, that's definitely way back there. Right? No? It's not a way. I feel like there's a way backwards. Like here? No? Maybe. See, that's just a little ugly though, that little jump there. What to do about that? And there's that finished there. Hold on, I wanna get on this road there, but it doesn't seem very nice. There's also straight down there. Oh, that's just the finish. Okay. Oh yeah, okay, I see. Alright, I gotta do some cam 7ing. What am I working with here? Like, I see a bunch of finishes that I don't see an easy route to. There's that. Very interesting. Alright. So that goes there. Sure. About this. How? Okay, checkpoint 2, but how do you get checkpoint 1 and go this way? Do you, like... I'm a little lost. I'm a little lost on this one. Here's a checkpoint 1. Ah, I see. I see. Okay. Hold on. I did not see this path down here. Now explain why it's so lost. There's like a lot of checkpoint 2s and no checkpoint 1s. Okay, that unlocks a lot of paths. That explains a lot. Tricky getting from there to the other path though, right? Like I want to go down there, but it's kind of ugly. Alright, let's reverse engineer here. Right. So if I do that, and then so 1, 2, go down there. I see. So on the dirt, you go down here, and then you go down this way. I actually didn't look at the no respawn. My bad. Let's do that again. Okay, a bit slower. So that's definitely not the path. Oop. Okay. Let's look here. How do we get here? So we need 1. And then straight jump into the finish. Where are we getting 1 from though? Are you supposed to do this way and then jump it? And then like bug slide that way? Maybe. 16.4 on this, I assume on map 3 you're talking about? That's better than what I got right now. I suspect this way is the fastest though, just jumping from here. But, could also do land here, jump. No. About land here, jump that way. No, that doesn't work either. Okay. Let's just try and get one path I saw. Oh, I'm too fast. I am too quick with it. Yeah, I don't like that. Alright. Let me just try and do the one way I saw that looked pretty quick. And that is regular way into this jump ramp to the finish here. I mean, it did work. That was a PB. Another slight PB. While that is a fast route, I don't think it's the fastest. Or at least I hope it's not the fastest. Just trying to think, like, for example, how to get here. That seems like really convoluted. I'm not doing that. Like jump, jump. Why not just jump there then? Just trying to think how to get this to this 2 checkpoint without like being way out of the way, you know? I see one option maybe. 15.5. Now that is good. 15.5 seems very strong to me. I think this might be the way. But it's going to be hard to hit. Oh, come on. Let's hit it the one time. I don't even know if I'll have enough speed upon landing to make the jump I'm trying to make. Although, maybe I just do this. Okay. Not quite clean. Whoop. Didn't like that. No, that angle is just too bad from that jump. Interesting. .5 on this track. Now you got me curious. A 13.5. Definitely not that way. It's definitely not this way. So it has to be finish down here maybe, or finish there. Unless I'm missing a finish. Or it could be the finish here. Could be the finish there. See. Go. Trying to think. That. Wait. Okay. Try it, at least. Or, no, we have to go around. No. That angle is so bad, though. maybe? But I really don't like that angle you get launched at when you jump that. Alright, well we're gonna have to move on in a sec. As much as I'd love to spend more time on this map. I'm unfortunately working with limited time today. Yep. Alright. I just won it the one time, come on. Like, it can't be this way. Actually, hold on. I ain't getting down here, though. No, I don't like that. Other options this way. That doesn't seem great. What's the closest to checkpoint? It has to be this one. Oh. No, because there's not a 2 checkpoint there. And this is blocked off. Yeah, there doesn't seem like a good way. Like, I want this way to work, it's just the ramp is so bad that there's just no way. Like, it's so slow. Yeah, I don't even know where I'm going. No. No, no, no. Oh, it's close, but I'm not going to be able to make that jump. Maybe it is that way, but you need to have enough speed to make that jump. And that requires a good landing there. Or you could go that way and then bug slide. And like go down here. That might be faster if I land on all clean. I'm going way over time on this map, by the way. Oh no, I stalled so bad. No. I don't think you'll ever be able to land with enough speed to make that jump. But I think
doing this might work. Just need to get a nice bug slide. No, I'm just gonna keep running this until I get the bug slide I want. Well, that wasn't a bug slide, but you know. Oh, close, close, close. Oh, there we go. That was a lot better. Come on, cactus, no. Slight PB. 15.265 on the next track. I do have to move on to the next track, unfortunately. Alright, well, let's move on. Good Pathfinder map. I was a little worried at first. It looked really basic at first. I can definitely do that strat a bit better. Alright, let me take a look at the fast track. Expanding... Oh, don't want to race against opponents. Expanding Metropolis. A little bit of sausage. A little bit of dirt. Seems like there's a path there, maybe. Yeah, like a jump there. Oop. I imagine you... Yeah, jump there. Alright, hold on 1 second, I gotta answer. Okay. 15.265. That seems strong. That seems pretty strong with that current path that I am taking. Now we gotta ask ourselves where these checkpoints are, I suppose. So, question is, do you just jump here, maybe? No, it's too big of a jump. $15.265 in the last one. Oh, I see, I see. So you gotta say, that is suspiciously quick. I don't see any obvious ways to get a 15 here. We can definitely get like a 16 point something. No question about that. So let's work on that. A little better. But we want to get to the very first part of the checkpoint. too far right. Alright, come on. We can get this low 17, high 16 time here. I feel it. Not with this run though. Alright, we won't spend too much more time with this one. But I do want one more PB. It's gonna be tricky though. Alright, last run and we'll move on. Move on to the final track. The LOL track, as it is. Alright, let's move on. Final track of the weekly shorts. Let's see, Van Go Go Go. Or Van Go Go Go, yes. Okay. I see. That's a 15.379. We got some forced cam perspective here. I think it's gonna be mostly come down to taking this downhill properly. Like so. And boom. 14.3. Yeah, you want to get as much of the downhill as possible. It's like if you ever go to like a theme park or like the boardwalk where they have those bowling games where it's like you gotta let it rest perfectly in a little spot, but if you do it just a little too strong or a little too weak, it just doesn't quite make it in there. It's like one of those. I was actually always so good at those. I had to get cut off one time. They told me I wasn't allowed to keep taking their prizes. A 6.459. Now that is crazy. I assume I can't, yeah, I can't camp 7 here. What that makes me think is that there is there's another checkpoint here somewhere. .459 on this map. suppose it has to be. I just don't know how. So is this guy in front of us a checkpoint? I guess that's the only explanation that makes sense. I don't know how you get it though. Why are my steering keys not working? Why have my controls stopped working all of a sudden? Alright, hold on. I gotta reload. There we go. I don't know what that was about. Hmm. 6.49 or 4.5. You've got me. I'm completely lost. I guess that does have to be a checkpoint up there if what you're saying is true. Or I'm being trolled. Could be. Well, I guess I'll find out later this week. You have to go back? See, now I'm lost. We're just about out of time. Let me see if I can get one more PB here. Probably not, to be honest. I think my PB is pretty good with the strat I'm using. Yeah. I don't know why the plastic bounce is giving me nothing. Alright, alright, alright. We're gonna end it there. That one's a good one too. Uh, yeah. Unfortunately, I'd like to hunt more, but I have to go. Uh, but this week was pretty good. This week was pretty fun. I think my favorites were 2 and 3. 147, 148. Very, very good maps. This is a really cute map. This one, unless I'm missing something, is pretty solid, pretty cute. And then, yeah, a fun week. I'll have to look at the strats for map 3 in particular from other streamers, but I'll see y'all next week. 1 and 3. 1 and 3 are your favorites? I could respect that. Map 1 this week was pretty good. 5 is very weird. And maybe I'm just an alt car enjoyer. Maybe that's why I enjoy 2. Although, usually it's desert car. Snow car, though, snow car, sometimes I enjoy. I think that's a pretty good snow car map. But yeah. Alright, I gotta hop off. Have a good rest of your weekend. See y'all next week. Bye.